Vets, we all know that a C&P examination is one of the most important components in ensuring that you receive an accurate VA decision. However, we're not medical experts or professionals, and we don't speak in medical terminology or doctor speak. Very often, we're unaware of what symptoms are being evaluated or their importance in receiving a decision. So we've created this video to assist you in preparing for your headache or migraine exam, to ensure that you know how the VA assesses headaches and migraines, and to translate legalese and doctor speak into plain English so you can ensure you receive an accurate examination. Now, the first thing to understand is that medically, headaches and migraines are different, but for VA purposes, they're one and the same. So whether it's tension headaches, cervicogenic headaches, intractable migraines, or an unspecified headache condition, it all gets evaluated the same way. For ease in this video, I'll use headaches and migraines interchangeably. Now, the second thing is to understand that when you are verbalizing your symptoms regarding your migraine condition, do not discuss the impact of any medication you may be on. While certain disabilities in the VA rating system contemplate medication and how they improve a disability, headaches and migraines do not. So in order to get an accurate rating, you should not discuss how your symptoms are on medication, and instead focus on how they are without. Now, the VA rates headaches based on 3 criteria, and those criteria are severity, frequency, and economic impact. So let's break those down. Severity refers to prostrating attacks of headache pain. VA only cares about headaches that are so severe they require you to prostrate. Breaking that down, that means a headache that is so severe it renders you either unable to do ordinary activities due to exhaustion or powerlessness. Basically, your head hurts so severely that you cannot do anything other than lay down in a dark room and wait for your migraine or headache to pass. However, if you're entirely and totally unable to do the things you would normally do, then your headache can be considered completely prostrating. In particular, the fatigue and exhaustion you feel after a migraine and past are important and need to be taken into account. And while it's important to verbalize the limitations you experience before, during, and after a migraine to your examiner, you should bring your spouse, if you have one, because they can give more context to your examiner than you'd be able to. And remember, don't talk in legalese, talk in plain English. If you tell your examiner that you're rendered essentially unable to do ordinary activities because of a prostrating attack of migraine pain, sure, you've checked the boxes, you've read the rating schedule, but if you explain that because of your migraines, you've had to miss your kids' baseball games, you can't cook, can't watch TV, look at a computer screen, talk on the phone, or engage in any of those ordinary activities you normally do, that provides a lot more context to your examiner so they can accurately assess your disability. So that's severity on migraines. Now the next is frequency, and this one is easy. How often do you experience a prostrating attack of migraine pain? Now it's important to verbalize this in a way your examiner can understand. So saying I have prostrating attacks of migraine pain 2 times a week doesn't really give the examiner a lot. But twice a week, I get a migraine so severe that I can't function. I can't cook my kids' meals. I can't drive them to their baseball games. I can't do anything that exposes me to light, sounds, or smells because it hurts my head so much. That gives them quite a bit of information. And that is a lot more persuasive and a lot more convincing than just saying, I get 2 prostrating attacks of migraine pain per week. Now, lastly, we have economic impact, or as the VA phrases it, severe economic inadaptability. This is an evaluation as to whether the frequency of your severe prostrating headaches are capable of producing, or produce, a substantial degree of work impairment. Have your headaches impacted your ability to work? What jobs are you able to do? Have they interfered with promotions or favorable assignments, added limitations to your work capability or capacity? Economic inadaptability is not a medical determination. Your examiner isn't going to determine this. It is a legal one that the rating activity makes. However, it is still important to explain to your examiner how these headaches impact your ability to work or impact your work. And when you're phrasing this, phrase it in terms of weeks. I've had to miss 2 weeks of work this year. Those show economic inadaptability. Other ways we can demonstrate that are, for example, do you have to call out early, come in late, or call out sick due to migraines? If so, how often? It's important to explain that work impairment. So other evidence that we can use to show that economic inadaptability component are things like headaches or migraine logs. And when you're creating a headache or a migraine log, don't just log the prostrating headaches, but log all of your headaches so the VA and the examiner gets a complete picture of your condition. Other good bits of evidence include time off records, call-out logs, sick time leave receipts, FMLA paperwork, or lay and buddy statements from individuals such as your employer, your friends, your family, your spouse that can attest to the severity and frequency of your headaches or migraines, as well as how they impact your ability to function in an occupational environment. There we have it. That's how the VA evaluates your headaches, and that's really all we need to know to prepare for the examination. Number 1, how severe are our headaches? Number 2, Those headaches that are prostrating, how frequently do we get them? And number 3, how do they impact our economic adaptability or our ability to function in a work environment? But if you have any questions about your upcoming migraine examination or about any other VA disability matter, don't hesitate to reach out to the VA team here at Stone Rose Law.